Let's start with what this actually is. This is Oasis. Straight from the GitHub page, Oasis is a playable, real-time, open-world AI model, a video game entirely generated by AI. What this means is there is no back-end game engine to determine your environment, physics, or even base mechanics. It's all made up on the spot by AI patching together whatever the last frame is to what it expects the next frame to be based on the Minecraft clips that it's been trained on. Now it performs this at 20 frames per second, which is much less than the standard 60 frames most of us may be used to by now. But even a few years ago, the standard was about 30 frames per second, so truthfully, the frame rate isn't that bad, but you will notice quickly the strange artifacting that goes on from AI generating the blocks without a dedicated library of texture assets. Let's dig into that for a moment. In standard Minecraft, you have a library of these textures for every single block and item. And for the blocks, the various sides and even states such as a grass block or a snowy grass block. Many of you may have seen this at work when you change your texture or even resource pack. It's replacing these assets, but you still have a file somewhere on your computer full of these small images that the engine knows to pull from in order to display on your screen to represent these blocks of your environment. But remember, this AI doesn't have either of those, an engine nor a library. It can't just look at a folder of assets and pick out that file that represents a block and plop it into your world. Instead, each time it needs to figure out what a grass block is and has to redraw from scratch based on what it's seen before. And as you can see, it doesn't always get it right. Alright, so it looks a little trippy, but it's still functional, right? The answer is only partially. You can walk around, break blocks sometimes, even open your inventory and maybe craft, but we couldn't really get it to work fully. If you go to build your first shelter, you might struggle though, because the second you turn around to check something out and then turn back to look at your house, well, your house is gone. In fact, the whole area looks different. It'll be at this point that you realize there's no object permanence in this either, like playing a game of peekaboo with a baby. Once you look away, the AI forgets about the existence of what was there before, except your house isn't coming back, just like your dad. In normal Minecraft, your game is persistently saved to a file for every detail you've altered, so that when you log back in, it's still as it was. Even that hole you dug 10 years ago, even before you fully save your game, the changes you made still remain when you look away thanks to your computer's RAM, which acts as your short-term memory until you hit that save and quit button at the end of your session. So I guess what's the takeaway here? Even in this simple form, AI is powerful but brings so much risk as well. As it is, Oasis is a proof of concept testing the powers of AI for rapid real-time generation. But I think I share many people's concerns when I see the immediate opportunity for many companies to just latch on to a more developed version of this just to churn out more soulless games left and right without the passionate developers who have driven much of the industry in the past. It's not just video games. AI has proven time and time again to be powerful, but keeps getting used soullessly to replace the artist or developer rather than be used as a tool by them to enhance their art. We've seen this in many corporate cases using AI images to replace hiring artists and graphical designers. AI music has shown up on the scene a bit recently too, and more related to what I'm experienced with, AI video editing. Don't get me wrong, AI is great and it's the future, but you can't replace the artists, only enhance them. Like I mentioned before in video editing, nowadays you can just drop a raw video clip into a few sites that I won't mention here, and they'll just spit out a fully edited and captioned video ready to post. Hell, most of those short form videos with Reddit dialogue and Minecraft parkour or Subway Surfers or some slop like that use this system to just spew out content rapidly. In the end, it's just more trash to clutter an already diluted space. There are, however, ways AI benefits a video editor without replacing them. The editing software I use, DaVinci Resolve by Blackmagic Design, has been adding AI tools to aid the editor rather than replace them. Some of these features include AI detecting certain features, such as a person, so that you can cut out that person without a green screen or without having to go frame by frame removing the background. They also have added voice isolation so AI can pick your voice out of a muddy recording and clean it up. Also, with respect to audio, it can sync your audio to the video it's playing over to match some of the details. These features just take what an artist is already doing anyway, makes it easier, cleaner, and just better. That's my dream for AI. It's to aid, not replace the artist. It's a tool. If you're passionate about one of these art forms but afraid AI is coming to replace you, don't be. Creativity and talent will never be replaceable. As that slop grows, the desire for true art will only grow stronger. Hone your talents and learn to use AI as a tool to improve your work, and you'll become irreplaceable. Thank you so much for watching.